Today we're going to make apricot pecan scones. My husband loves scones, so this is usually done at home a lot of times throughout the week. And the nice thing about the scone is you can make it all different kind of scones, even plain one. Plain one will cost you $3 to make 8 to 10 scones. Nowadays in Northern Virginia, when you go to a coffee shop, in order to get one scone, it will cost you anywhere between $4 to $7. And then we're going to spend that money to make beautiful, tasty apricot pecan scone with butter, cinnamon, honey filling inside. So we're going to use just the sugar, flour, baking powder, salt, pecan, apricot, butter, and you can use fluted cookie cutter. You can use just a regular cookie cutter. If you don't have this, do not worry about it. You can just use that glass cup with the very thin rim. You can use that. Or you can just cut it in square or triangle, any shape you like. Something very simple. But this one is called pastry blender. But if you don't have it, it's okay. You can use fork. This is just helps you to cut your very cold butter because you need cold butter for this recipe. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to include the recipe in the description below. And I really want to thank to Mrs. Stencil. She's one of my patients, and she used my very first recipe on this channel, which is the raisin scones. And she gave me feedback stating that scone came out a little bit of dry. Then I looked back into the recipe and changed things a little bit, and then the result was fantastic. That's why I'm sharing this recipe. So I want to thank you to Miss Stencil to make this recipe better. I like to say something about, as far as with the gadget, if you can invest into one thing as far as with baking, the scale will be one of the best thing you can invest in. Because if I give you the measurement as a cup, depends on how long your flour has been sitting and how you're scooping it. It can make the changes into your baking. So I like to measure flour with a scale instead of cups. And then as far as with the baking powder, now you will notice that I am going to crush the baking powder on my hands, because if you do not close your baking powder well enough, it's going to get lumpy once it's exposed to moist. So make sure you always close tightly your baking powder. And then I'm going to mix a little bit of flour with my apricot and pecan, because the apricot is pretty moist. And then once I add this apricot and pecan to my flour, and I wanted to make sure things doesn't become very lumpy altogether. So the adding some flour, mixing it helps to separate them. Okay, so make sure you use very super cold butter. You literally take your butter out of the fridge before you're making this scone. And then with my previous scone recipe, I did use the cold butter, but I used milk instead of whipping cream. But for this recipe, I used the whipping cream because it made such a big difference as far as with the texture. And using the butter, I was crumbling it into very, very small pieces, but I am going to intentionally leave some butter in big pieces when I'm making this dough. Because what's going to happen is if you leave some big chunks of butter, I noticed that because the butter holds about 15% to 18% of water, once that hot of the oven hits into that butter, once your scone is inside the oven, it creates that pocket where the butter was sitting, because the water is steaming, because of the steaming of the water. It creates that
nice flaky layers. Also, with my previous recipe, I mixed the sugar with the milk. Nothing is wrong with it. It's just the texture comes out a little different. Most Mongolians like that kind of texture. It's more like bready. But I noticed that some other people prefer it to be flaky. I also like to share some of the stories of the scones. I was reading about it and I found this very fascinating story. So originally the scone was made in Scotland back in 1500, but then it was different. They did not use wheat flour back then. They used some oats to make the scones. And instead of having the small individual scones, they used to make it on the griddle, one big piece, almost like nowadays, like flatbread. That's how they used to make it. And then baking powder came out, became available in mid 1800s. So then the scone that you see nowadays, ever since the 1500, no, I mean, ever since the 1800s, that's how today's scone formed, starting from that 1800. And British people make their scone in smaller size, and they also make it mostly like plain, or they make it with some raisin and currant. That's considered like a classic scones. And they also make it, the other kind is they make it with some cheese. But American versus Americans, they add all kind of things. Like the scone that we're making today is American style with pecan and apricot. Americans tend to put more stuff into their scones. There's tons of variations of scones. And American scones are size-wise bigger than British scones. And they make it more triangle shaped. Okay, so we're going to just mix this dough a little bit. And the goal is just make the dough, we're not going to over mix this because it's going to it's going to make this dough, if you knead it so much, it's going to make the dough more chewy because we're trying not to form the gluten. When you make the scone with more eggs, it's going to become more cakey. If you make the scones with milk, it's going to become bready. If you make the scone with whipping cream, it becomes more in the middle, like Goldilocks. So as you see it, we're just going to put this together, just literally put it together. So we need to dust the countertop a little bit so it doesn't stick on the bottom. So it depends on how big you want, how thick you want from this point, what kind of shape you want. It's totally up to you. You can grab your rolling pin and make it more flat. And I already preheated the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. It smells already really, really good. And the apricot that I'm using today is from Trader Joe's. I like this moist apricot. I don't like those chewy, hard dried apricot. Yeah, this seems like a little bit too flat, so I'm going to shrink it back, because you can do that with this dough. Oh, the other thing I want to mention to you is the baking powder. There's a way you can test if the baking powder is still active or not. You simply put 1 teaspoon of baking powder into very hot water, glass of hot water, and if it bubbles, that means it's still active. You can use it. If it doesn't, then you have to just either throw it away, or most times what I do is I wash my dishes with it. So we're going to brush it with some heavy cream. It's going to make it nice golden color. And also mixing the sugar into the flour is what it does is it once it gets into the hot oven, it caramelizes the scone, and it's going to make the beautiful golden color. So generally 14 to 15 minutes is good enough to bake the scones. But everybody's oven is different. So once the color is like nice golden brown color like this, that means it's done. It smells wonderful. We're going to make some butter, honey, cinnamon filling. I'm using the hand mixer because it's going to just make this filling more fluffier. If you don't have any hand mixer, you can still mix it with some spoon or fork. It's not going to be fluffy. But to be honest with you, you don't even have to do this part. You can just eat the scone as it is. I'm just adding this just to show you this is how you can eat it as well. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can totally skip this part. I love my spatula. Okay, let's put on some of the scones, at least 2 or 3 scones.
So actually, it ended up being 12 scones because they are a little bit thinner. You can make it 8 to 10 if you like, just knead it a little thicker. So you can eat it like this as it is, which is perfectly fine. Also, you can eat it like this, have some cinnamon butter honey filling inside. Now I'm going to do my favorite part, which is tasting. Oh, before I taste it, I want to show you how the inside looked like, okay? So for instance, one of the scones, break it in half, and look at that beautiful structure inside. Apricot, pecan, and it's very, very crumbly. Like this, still kind of a little bit warm. So when it cools down, it's going to be more crumblier. Okay, now gotta try it. Now you see, like this. Okay. Mmm. Hmm. A little bit warm, which is very nice. And also the butter with honey, cinnamon. I can honestly tell you, I have never tasted this kind of scone anywhere. This is actually really good.